No matter how much he huffs and he puffs, Donald Trump cannot force a victory for himself in this election. Face the facts, Donald, you lost. And this time it wasn't just a popular vote. The Electoral College is also telling you it's time to pack your bags, get the industrial cleaning people in there to clean the COVID out of the White House, and go. It doesn't matter how many times you tweet or how many lawsuits you file with bogus claims of fraud and election theft. Even your own campaign lawyers cannot make that case for you. In Arizona, one of your lawyers told a judge that they, quote, were not alleging fraud or that anyone is stealing the election, simply raising concerns about a limited number of cases involving good faith errors. And in Pennsylvania, your lawyers cut ties with you and your claims that hundreds of thousands of votes there shouldn't be counted. Even before the law firm withdrew their case, some employees said that they were concerned that the firm was being used to undercut the integrity of the electoral process. You know, that process that you swore to defend. Even the Department of Homeland Security has called out your claims, saying the November 3rd election was the most secure in American history. And today, 16 federal prosecutors who were assigned to monitor the 2020 election told your Roy Cohn, Attorney General William Barr, that they saw no evidence of substantial voting irregularities. Joining me now is Harvard Law Professor Laurence Tribe. And, you know, Professor Tribe, it's always great to see you. And I want to stipulate going in that I think there were at least one more loss today. I think Donald Trump might have won 0 cases so far, even before conservative courts. So
that's right. I think 0 out of 13. It's not even a junior varsity team would be ashamed of a record like that.
So at a certain point, is there a duty for the lawyers involved, as did the law firm in the Pennsylvania case, to simply withdraw and say to their client, we can't continue doing this?
Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be officers of the court. There's an ethical obligation. I mean, it's true that you can defend somebody who might be guilty, but helping someone undermine democracy and delegitimate the transfer of power, something we've done ever since John Adams handed the presidency over to Thomas Jefferson, is way beyond that. And I think any lawyer worthy of the name would be ashamed to be involved in frivolous lawsuits of this kind. So I think, you know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because it feels like there's a lot more that lawyers who are working for Donald Trump really could be about their time with, because you've got just facing Donald Trump potentially once he is a civilian again at noon on January 20th, the potential for legal issues regarding hush money payments to Stormy Daniels that he was involved in, the tax fraud cases involving potentially inflating the value of his assets to secure loans and get tax benefits. There are the defamation lawsuits by E. Jean Carroll, Summer Zervos, who accused Trump of sexually assaulting them and disparaging them when denying their claims. You've got the inauguration, the misuse of inauguration funds and accusations his committee and others or misusing the money to enrich Trump. You know, there's a lot waiting for him, from Letitia James, who's got civil-related cases, to Cy Vance, who may have criminal cases. How much trouble do you think, quite frankly, to be blunt, is Donald Trump potentially in?
Well, you've summarized it pretty well. I mean, there's just a litany of lawsuits, civil and criminal, that are going to come piling down on him, kind of an avalanche. And I really don't see any obvious way for him to get out from under them. It's clear that his pardon power is not going to do any good at all against Letitia James or against Cy Vance, because the pardon power of the president has no purchase at all when it comes to state and municipal prosecutions. So he's really much better off if he spends time and money defending himself against this avalanche of lawsuits than if he continues making the futile and ridiculous claim that this election, which his own Homeland Security Department said was the most secure in American history, that this election was somehow stolen. That's nonsense. No one really believes it. People are humoring him, but he really ought to get on with his life. And there is going to be an afterlife, whether he likes it or not.
Well, and you know there is some reporting that Trump is carrying this on for a couple of reasons. One, that he's short financially. That he doesn't have a lot of liquid capital left. That he is fearful of prosecution, and that he is thinking of maybe pardoning himself, pardoning his family members. There are a lot of options there. I mean, he could resign and have Mike Pence pardon him, but a pardon, if you can clarify for us, that is an admission of guilt, right? If he were to pardon himself, he would be admitting he committed a crime.
Right, and I don't think he really could pardon himself. I mean, it's never been tested in American history, but 410 years ago, in a famous case called Dr. Bonham's case, the chief jurist of England, Edward Coke, reasoned that no one could be a judge in his own case. You can't pardon yourself. You can pardon your son, your daughter, your family, but not yourself. And the other really important thing he can't do is pardon future crimes. I mean, the odds are that when he gets out of the White House, the most valuable thing he's going to have is the national secrets that he's accumulated, if he can remember them. And we already know from what he told Kislyak in the White House that he is quite a leaker. He, for his own benefit, leaked information about the Israeli secret agent. He's probably going to use all sorts of classified information for his own benefit. But if he does, it might be the federal crime of espionage. And no pardon that anybody can give, even Pence, can reach into the future into crimes not yet committed. Pardons can't be licenses to commit future crimes. And he's very willing to undermine the national defense right now by withholding the presidential daily brief from the incoming president, Joe Biden. He's willing to mess up the Defense Department. We know that he doesn't care really about the defense of the United States. He doesn't complain when Putin puts a bounty on the heads of American soldiers whom he regards as losers and suckers. What reason is there to think that when he leaves the White House, he won't try to take advantage of the stuff he gained while there?
Particularly since he does seem to need the cash. So it is, and a broke Trump and an angry Trump might be the most dangerous Trump. Professor Laurence Tribe, I wish we had more time. Thank you so much. Always great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.